see the silver trade that I took. इसमें suppose like if I bring on the daily candles, like हमारा expansion theory क्या बताता है? Like normally when we try to trade the candle 2, candle 3, candle 4 formations, right? So उसमें we expect what? In candle 2 हम क्या expect करते हैं इसमें? Candle 2 we are expecting what? A sharp turn, right? Which means a candle to switch directions, isn't it? So इसमें so this is, which one is your candle 2 here? This one. This is your candle 2, isn't it? So इसमें क्या हुआ है? When we are actually trading the candle 2 formation, we want to do what? We want the price to do what? This is, suppose this is a candle, this is a key level, right? We want a candle 2 to form something like this, or candle 1 to form something like this, right? Which means it doesn't give you a specific direction, right? It doesn't give you a specific direction, or it might be some sort of consolidation level, right? Something like this. यहाँ पे we had a very good consolidation level, right? So which means the price was not expanding nor manipulating, isn't it? So in this case, what we are anticipating? We are anticipating that the price the candles are likely to form what? A specific range wherein the price will not go anywhere, or the price will not distribute, neither manipulate. So the characteristic of those the consolidation levels are that the price will create a range, nor manipulate, neither distribute, isn't it? That's the scene for this. And then when we are actually trading the candle 2 formation, right? So for candle 2, what is it? For candle 2, which is this one, right? So how the candle 2 will form is the price will open up, it will manipulate, which means it will take the low, or it will give you an what? It will give you an SMT. So what do you actually mean by an SMT? SMT is taking out any sort of lows or not taking out lows, something like this. See, in silver we have this low and this low, right? And just check in gold. Gold में क्या हुआ है? देखो, we have not taken out this. We have an SMT here, right? So this is your SMT correlation. So suppose we want what? The power of, what does power of 3 says? Power of 3 is what? Power of 3 is manipulation, distribution, and right. So this is what? This is the candle that we are trading, right? So just because we are trading this drawn liquidity, which is what? Which is your daily range high, right? This is your daily range high. This is what we are actually trading, isn't it? So we want the price to go up here. We want the price, the opening price, to get down lower and then distribute higher, isn't it? So when the price distributed higher, what was the thing that it did? This was the candle 2 formation, right? So candle 2 में क्या हो रहा है? The price is reversing, isn't it? और इसमें price filter क्या होगा? What is the price filter here? I mean I'm talking about the candles. What is the price filter here? Price filter is the candle 2 formation will always have what? A bigger wick, right? Last time I told you, isn't it? This one. This one. Yeah. देखो इस पे क्या हुआ है ये देखो. This is this one, right? We have this FVG here, right? So this one is an FVG fill. This is an SMT fill correlation. We have this fair value gap, right? Just check in gold. Is this fair value gap tapped? No, right? The fair value gap is not tapped. So see, the best thing in order to understand your SMT situation is either your SMT fill or either this. Just check, just compare this with silver. Just new panel kholo and then देखो. ये है ना, ये वाली है ना, has been taken, right? This one has been taken, and then check this 50, this one and this one, right? सबसे easiest way is trying to figure out what is happening in the higher time frames. So if you are able to identify in the higher time frames, smaller time frames will be very much easy, and your anticipation levels and whatever the things that you are actually anticipating in SMT is always delivered by 4 hour, 1 hour or daily. I mean, if you are able to figure out those things, your lower time frame becomes very much easy. Something like this. देखो यहाँ पे तो हो गया है ना already. So does it make sense for you to fuck around here? No, right? You just have to see that what the price is actually doing, what the price wants to do, right? Eventually, isn't it? So suppose this was my silver trade, right? So यहाँ से देख ये वाली candle, right? This is the candle that we are actually anticipating, isn't it? So this has the bigger wick, and then you will have a sharp turn in this candle 2 formation. Candle 2 formation में क्या होगा? You will have a sharp turn, right? So what do you actually mean by sharp turn? Sharp turn means what? A fair value gap in, a fair value gap out, creating odd blocks, isn't it? So just because we have opened here, this is the 1H candle, isn't it? Which is your candle 2. So it doesn't matter, okay? The thing that you need to figure out is you need to be patient enough, right? You need to be patient enough to wait for the candle 2 to close, right? So suppose this is your candle 2. अगर ये candle को close करने के लिए 5 minutes या फिर 15 minutes बचा है, would you take a trade here? No, right? I mean, you can do that, so that if the price is very aggressive, you can obviously do that. But the best thing that you need to do is you need to wait for what? You need to wait for the candle 2 to close. C2 to close, and then participate in the candle 3 reversal, right? Candle 3, candle 3 continuation, isn't it? This is the main thing that we are actually anticipating, isn't it? So we were waiting for what? The candle 2 to reverse, so that we can participate in the candle 3 towards where? Towards what? Towards the ERL, right? ERL, DOL, whatever the thing is, everything is the same thing, right? So our original bifurcation point is what? This one, right? This is our original point that we want to go, right? We have a clear drawn liquidity, and then we are just waiting for this candle to close to give us what? To give us a confirmation, isn't it? See, देखो, I'll just ask you some questions, okay? Suppose यहाँ पे ही we have continuation, right? Why is this candle 2 called a reversal? क्यों? Why is it a reversal? I have told you already before. Why is this a reversal and this a continuation? See, सबसे लॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट क्या होगा तुम्हारा बोलने का? बिकॉज ये वाला जो रिवर्सल पॉइंट है, ये कैंडल को क्लोज करने के लिए सफिशिएंट टाइम ही नहीं है ना. यू अंडरस्टैंड? Do you remember what did I say before? The candle 2 doesn't have a sufficient time so that it could expand. इसके पास तो 1 घंटा ही है ना क्लोज करने के लिए, राइट? सो 1 घंटे में ये क्या करेगा? मैनिपुलेट करेगा, एक शार्प टर्न का सिग्नेचर देगा या फिर एक्सपैंड करेगा, राइट? सो हर कैंडल का एक अपना कैरेक्टरिस्टिक होता है कि इट विल मैनिपुलेट, क्रिएट अ स्ट्रक्चरल शिफ्ट एंड देन expand on the second candle or something. You understand? So every candle has its own way to identify. So suppose just because this candle doesn't have a sufficient time so that it could expand higher, those strength is switched into what? The strength is switched into the second candle, which is this continuation, isn't it? So price filter क्या होगा? What is the price filter here for candle 2 का filters क्या है? What is the filters for small wick? I mean big wick, right? Big wick. It will have a bigger wick. And then what is the time? Time will be sufficient time to expand, right? That's the thing, isn't it? You will not have sufficient time to expand. Right? Insufficient time to expand, which means all these things, ये जो मैंने बताया ना, everything will be a reverse for the candle 3, right? So candle 3 में क्या होगा? What will happen in candle 3? Candle 3 में the wick will be smaller, isn't it? Smaller wick. To expand towards the dollar, isn't it? These are the two time filters, isn't it? One is time filter and one is, और देखो, there are also some of the key aspects, okay, in which मैंने इन दोनों के बाद क्या I have not covered. What is the thing I have not covered? I have not covered SMTs, right? Without SMT, there is no reversal. You understand? Without an SMT, there will be no reversal, right? Sometimes it is a one-stage SMT, sometimes it is a two-stage SMT. One-stage SMT का मतलब क्या है? Suppose something like this, it will happen something like this, ये ऐसा हो, right? First stage, second stage. You understand what I'm trying to say? This is it. This is the normal. I mean, this is the best thing you can frame, right? SMT variants का भी same thing है. और suppose see, यहाँ पे we have an SMT, right? This is one stage SMT, isn't it? यहाँ पे this is just a one stage SMT. So just once the SMT has happened just once. But when you are actually candle trading the continuation, which is in candle 3, right? What is the thing that you can anticipate here? What is the SMT we can anticipate? The SMT that we can anticipate here is SMT fill, right? Mostly, which means sometimes order blocks and fair value gaps are filled, and in correlated pairs are not filled. Very simple, right? Suppose एक यहाँ पे 5 मिनट में अगर हम जाएंगे ना, 5 मिनट में हम गए, right? We have this order block, isn't it? ये वाली order block गोल्ड में भी है, but it is not filled. You see this? It is not filled, right? But here it is filled. So this is what this is a simplest way to understand a Kraken correlation, right? What is the Kraken correlation here? The correlation is, मैंने तुझे बताया ना कि 1H एक्सपेंशन या फिर कंटिन्यूएशन में SMT फिल्स ज़्यादा होते हैं, इधर ऑर्डर ब्लॉक या फिर फेयर वैल्यू गैप्स में, राइट? सो विच मीन्स अगर हम 1 आवर में भी देखें ना, 1 आवर में भी वी हैव दिस ऑर्डर ब्लॉक, इजंट इट? दिस इज द ऑर्डर ब्लॉक that the price came in and tapped this event, right? But in gold, you see, this was the order block, isn't it? Before it expand, ये वाला expansion हमने ट्रेड करा था ना, इसमें ये expansion ट्रेड करा था, right? But gold में देख, the order block ही form नहीं हुआ था actually, and then tap करने की बात तो छोड़िए, है ना? Those things are important. I mean, do you understand what are the key takeaways here? Huh? Suppose and every time now you don't actually need for a wait for a tap or something. I mean, you don't actually need to wait for a tap. Sometimes when the price you see, right? Suppose like this one, like this one. ये हमको यहाँ पे एक SMT मिला था. This was the SMT fill thing, right? This was the SMT fill. And if you go to the 1 hour, 1 hour में क्या मिला हमें? We have this engulfing, right? So this is the candle 2 formation. This is the candle 2 reversal, right? So we are anticipating higher prices from here, this 2, isn't it? So expansion इधर मिलेगा, right? हमें expansion इधर मिलेगा, तो expansion के लिए we will literally do what? We'll just wait for the candle 2 to close, isn't it? Where is the candle 2 here? This is the candle 2 where we are waiting for this candle 2 to close. We're going to 5 minutes, and then we just need an expansion, right? We just need an expansion higher, isn't it? So we are waiting for the candle 2 to close. Candle 3 opened. It gave us a good signature move, right? So see, most people the mistake ये करते हैं कि ये कोई order block या फिर we have this kind of order blocks, right? So most likely people will do this, isn't it? The price, they'll wait for this one, they'll wait for this, something like this, isn't it? I mean, you don't need to wait. So suppose you already know that the price wants to go up higher, right? You can just take a direct entry or something, right? यहाँ पे candle close हो रहा है, you know the price is actually closing higher. You just wait and normally do your thing, right? You can just take a trade directly here because you know the candle is closing higher and creating this order block, isn't it? So you need to anticipate that order blocks बन रहा है कि नहीं बन रहा है ना? Like normally when we try to do things, you know what I'm saying, right? वही. Huh. I mean, see, the thing is, you don't have to like complicate things in a much more deeper way, to be honest, because you need to be having a proper system to so that you can actually anticipate price where it is trying to go, right? So suppose here we want the price to go up higher, isn't it? So suppose I'm just giving you a hypothetical scenario wherein we have this order block, isn't it? We created this order block. So हमारे पास एक फेयर वैल्यू गैप भी है, ऑर्डर ब्लॉक भी है, और प्राइस बहुत एग्रेसिव है, एंड द प्राइस क्रिएटेड दिस ऑर्डर ब्लॉक, बट ये फिल करने आया ही नहीं. ये वाली कैंडल ये वाली विक को फिल नहीं किया. तो हम इसमें क्या करेंगे? अगर ये फिल नहीं करेगा तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है ना कि हम ये ट्रेड नहीं लेंगे. Does it make sense? So suppose this is the order block that this is the candle which created this order block, isn't it? So when the candle closes, we can directly enter, right? Will it make any difference for you to do anything? No, right? It will not make any difference because we know that the candle has been closed, and थोड़ा सा entry में difference आएगा, but we have a protected SL, right? We have a protected SL. Then doesn't matter that where we actually enter. We are going towards somewhere, right? We are right towards going toward direction, isn't it? So those things are very important. वही ना, वही मैं भी ये अनिरुद्ध को बता ही रहा था कि जस्ट मैं तुझको सिखाते जाऊंगा. आई विल जस्ट कीप ऑन टीचिंग, ये वो कीप ऑन टीचिंग. Will it make any sense if you don't even execute in the markets? It will not make any sense, right? So that's the thing, that the more you try to figure out things, the more you will actually learn and anticipate, isn't it? So those things are the one. वही है. और यहाँ पे भी देख, अगर मेरे को शॉर्ट करना होता तो आई वुड हैव शॉर्टेड हियर, राइट, समवेयर हियर, बट आई वोंट शॉर्ट बिकॉज my drawn liquidity is what? My drawn liquidity is this high, right? So for this, like I told you, ERL IRL वाले thing में, right? We have a consolidation, expansion होता है, फिर reconsolidation होता है, we have an expansion, and then we try to do it. So now देख, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? The price is trying to come into this, right? So suppose let's just check 1 hour. 1 hour में we went, and then just check correlation here. Not this. Where is GC? अरे ये देख, इसमें क्या हो रहा है? यहाँ पे है ये कंपेयर का सिंबल. So यहाँ पे देख, we have an SM to fill, right? The price came in and filled this, and gold actually expanded higher already, right? gold has already expanded higher. So which is, gold is the leading asset, right? Gold is the leading asset here, and then this high has been taken out in gold. So suppose when the next phase occurs, right now, it is not the right time to actually trade, but when the next phase occurs, what we will anticipate, if the price respects this order block, right? If the price respects this order block and expands lower, then it's one thing. But if this candle closes engulfing, or it closes above this high, we will still look for higher prices, right? Because our drawn liquidity is above, isn't it? So these are small things that you need to be keeping in mind. So see guys, this was the continuation of yesterday's trade that we were actually seeing in silver, right? So we had this ERL to IRL to ERL, ERL to IRL thing, right? So what happened was, as I was editing yesterday's video, I mean, I saw a lot of changes here. I mean, things here wherein I was explaining that the price consolidated, retraced, and then again it has a consolidation phase, it has a retracement, and then we were expecting the higher prices, right? We are expecting this this high, and then our our eventual which was it? See, we're anticipating that drawn liquidity that we wanted to, right? So see, this is a very good example again that actually occurred, wherein the price, what it did was, it had a consolidation level. We took a trade here, right? This one, and then see, like I told you guys, retracement may, there is a number of difference between what do you actually mean by an expansion and a retracement, right? So suppose you just see how the expansion candle has been closing, right? The expansion candles are always displacing higher by what? It is always displacing higher by fair value gaps, isn't it? And then when you see, or when you come into a retracement phase, which means the price is trying to retrace into what? When the price went up higher, it left behind external liquidity here, right? And when the retracement occurred, you see the lack of fair value gaps, right? There are no bearish fair value gaps, which means the price is just moving from a premium to a discount area, right? And wanting to seek some sort of liquidity. So what is the liquidity here? So we have this internal liquidity here, right? This 1 hour fair value gap, right? So once the fair value gap, so we talked in the previous, yesterday's session, we actually talked about this, right? That if the price respects this order block, it might trace lower again, and then we might form some sort of validation levels when the New York approaches, right? When the New York session approaches. So that's the same thing that actually happened, right? Here we created some sort of candle 2 formation, wherein we closed engulfing in this, inside this fair value gap. The price went up higher, creating new fair value gaps, isn't it? And that's how the price expanded towards our drawn liquidity. This was our original drawn liquidity, right? That was available for us. And if we try to look for an entry, we could have easily got very good entries here. I mean, when the 10 a.m. Opened, so this was 9:30, right? This was 9:30 open. So we could have placed ourselves before that also, but before 9:30, the immediate drawn liquidity was taken out. So as we see this one, we have what? We have this sort of candle formation here. See, so it is very much important for us to make sure that how we are actually taking those trades, like how we are actually engaging in these trades, this kind of trades. So see, we have this as what? We have this as our higher time frame context, right? This is our higher time frame context. So the price expanded higher, leaving behind an ERL. We have a retracement, and then we have what? We have this engulfing close. So it closed somewhere here, I guess. Yeah, maybe here, and then it started expanding higher. This was, yeah, this is the close. Started close here, close engulfing, started moving here. And it, see guys, it is not really important for us to like just trying to trade the candle 2 formation here. I mean, what we can do is we can wait for perfect kill zone timings, and then wait for the candle 3 or candle 4 to expand higher according to what time frame, I mean according to which kill zone it is. So suppose we were moving towards what? We were moving towards this New York kill zone, right? So this was the pre-market open, and this was 9:30 open, which clearly expanded higher, breaking above this highs, isn't it? So what we could have done is we could have easily waited for some sort of retracement or any sort of like I mean, most people, I have not taken this trade because I was busy elsewhere on different trades, but we have a very clear scenario wherein we have this 1 hour fair value gap, right, which was tapped. This 1 hour fair value gap was tapped. You see this candle 3, candle 4, and then we have the expansion, right? We have an expansion towards this drawn liquidity, which is this one. So when, as our entry function is, the same logic applies here, right? Something, this was the ERL, price came in, tapped the internal liquidity. It's the same thing here as well. If you zoom in and if you see, it was the same thing, right? This was the 1 hour fair value gap, isn't it? Leaving behind some sort of external range liquidity. Price came in, tapped this 1 hour fair value gap, right? This was the 1 hour Fiji, and then we have a sharp turn here, right? We have a sharp turn here. So as similar to this, we can treat this candle, which was this one, which is the 9, which is the 8 a.m. candle. See, the 8 a.m. candle is this one. Yeah, this was the 8 a.m. open, right? This was the 8 a.m. open. So what would we expect from an 8 a.m. open? Just because we want to expand higher, and this is our drawn liquidity, right? We would want the 8 a.m. candle to open, manipulate, and then expand, right? Giving us what? Giving us a sharp turn around this area, right? Giving us a sharp turn around this area. What is the sharp turn here? This sharp turn will always, as I told you previously, this sharp turn will always occur in what? It will always occur in internal liquidity or an external liquidity. For in this case, this was this internal liquidity, which was a 1 hour fair value gap, isn't it? And so we have what? We have a sharp turn here. This is the inverse, right? This is a normal bullish fair value gap, right? And then we have this order block, right? This is the bullish order block. So we could have engaged ourselves around this area, or if you just want to wait, you can also wait for a deeper retracement and then engage somewhere here, right? But this was a very good risk, a low risk entry, and then we could have waited for something like this, waited for this to occur, I mean 9:30 to open, and then eventually expand higher, right? But before the 9:30 open, we are in the immediate draw on liquidity was hit. But just because we had what? We had our original drawn liquidity as this 82.7, so this is what exactly happened here, right? So just look at the 1 hour candles. So see, I mean, I just wanted to show you that how the expansion, retracement, expansion phases are very much precise and pinpoint in this silver, right? So we have this fair value gap, price expanded higher, right? Leaving behind what? Displacing candles, which is we know this by what? We know this by bullish fair value gaps, right? When the price expands higher, we always leave behind bullish fair value gaps. And then the price, we have a retracement, we have an SMT fill with gold, right? We have an SMT fill with gold here, right? This one. And then the price expanded higher again, leaving behind what? You just have to take a good look at expansion and retracements. Wherever you see expansion, you will see leaving behind bullish fair value gaps. But in retracement, there is a lack of fair value gaps, isn't it? We just range somehow, leaving behind an ERL. We just kind of range, and then same thing here. We expanded higher, and then leaving behind fair value gaps, again started to range. Again we have a push up higher, leaving behind what? A fair value, leaving behind bullish fair value gaps. Again we range. We do this over and over and again until what? Until your draw on liquidity is hit, which is this one, right? So this was a very clean and precise ERL to IRL model, right? In which I was able to take just one trade here because I was trading Asia yesterday, but this one we could have easily capitalized, but I was not looking at it actively. And yesterday, if we see NQ, we have a very clean trade in NQ as well. I took two trades yesterday. This one. This was the two trades. Where is it? NQ. This was just a 1 minute scalp wherein I was kind of after the 9:30 open, the price actually rapidly expanded higher. I missed a trade. I wandered along, but my limit order didn't get filled somewhere here, like this one. Where is it? I think I've shared. Yeah, this one. See, this was their expansion wherein I wanted to enter at this change state delivery, which I didn't get filled. I wanted to enter direct, but the price was very aggressive, and then it moved rapidly, and then I missed completely. I just missed this completely, which was this daily range high was my first drawn liquidity here, this one, and then eventually the weekly range high, as I have told. As I've told here, see this one, 9:30, around 9:42. So this was the clean trade, and I was again got involved myself in longs here, which was this one. See this one, which was a typical IRL to ERL trade. See, if you check out 1 hour, if you just check out the 4 hour as well, we have what? We have a drawn liquidity, right? This was our drawn liquidity in the weekly range high. The 10 a.m. opened at this area, right? This was the 10 a.m. open. So what do we want? If you want an expansion towards an ERL, what do we want? We always want what? Open, manipulation, and then a distribution towards your drawn liquidity. And then this manipulation should always be inside a key level, right? So in this case, our key level was this order block, or if we see the 1 hour, we can use this. We can use this fair value gap, this 1 hour fair value gap as our drawn liquidity, right? As our internal liquidity, sorry. And then see, for us, we can easily get involved, right? We can easily get involved. Suppose I'll just take a picture here. This one. This was our drawn liquidity, right? And if you move down to 4 hour, so suppose, see, so you could have done this in two multiple ways. One is aligning your 4 hour chart. I mean, aligning your 4 key levels. So suppose this is our order block, right? This is the order block that we wanted the price to go up higher towards this weekly range high, isn't it? So aligning 4 hour to 15 minutes, right? We could have waited for this right, this 15-minute order block confirmation, which exactly aligns with this candle 3. When this candle 2 got closed engulfing inside this fair value gap, right? We closed here, right? This was the candle that it closed, as we could have traded this candle 3 formation towards our drawn liquidity, right? So this is exactly what I did. I mean, I myself got involved earlier when this one where is it, when this candle didn't close, but for extra confirmation. But for me, I was kind of sure that the price would trace from here, and I made enough money at this leg when I shorted. But so I just kind of risked around 3 micros. So I myself got engaged at this candle 2. But most of the people, but for you guys, if you want, what you can do is you can just wait for the candle 2 to close, something like this. Like this was the candle, this is the opening price, right? This was the opening price of this candle 3, right? So instead of like losing your patience over looking to trade this, I mean, getting hung around this consolidation phase, which was in this candle 2, what you can do is you can just wait, right? You can just wait for a proper displacement, right? When the candle 2 closes and we are starting to have this candle 3 to open, right? So here, once the candle opened, the price raised lower, right? And then it expanded higher, exactly like this. We have a displacement, right? Creating another, we have this change share delivery, right? So what you could have done is, I mean, if you wanted to trade this candle 3, we could have directly entered after this candle close, targeting this drawn liquidity and our weekly high as our drawn liquidity here, right? But what I did was I used this 5-minute order block, right? I used this 5-minute order block and then directly entered somewhere here. I didn't wanted any sort of mishaps. I mean, something like this. Most people wouldn't have had the balls to enter, to be honest, because the price was expanding really high, and then they could have waited for this order block. This, I mean, why most people don't market order or direct entries, this kind of expansions. So I was just anticipating when I took this trade. My anticipation was I wanted a candle 2 to expand rapidly, right? But candle 2 didn't expand, but it started consolidating. And then when the candle 3 opened, as which is here, it expanded higher aggressively towards this. I was also I was having a very keen I want this was a very much, I was looking at the 1 minute as well, very much, very nicely. So my entry was somewhere around this FEG here, this 1 hour FEG, 1 minute FEG to around this area. So it was a very good trade for me as well, right? Because we see how the price did the same thing as I discussed earlier, which is the price taking some sort of liquidity here, right? Expanding higher, leaving behind what? Leaving behind fair value gaps, right? So here, what is it? The price is leaving behind fair value gaps. So we used this internal liquidity to target our original drawn liquidity, which was the weekly range high, right? Very clean. And when it comes to for me to explain this, what is it? This trade, which means this was a very simple trade wherein we took out the 10 a.m. candle opened. We took out the highs of the previous candle highs, right? This one, which was 9 a.m. high. This one, price displays lower, creating a breaker here. Another, I didn't directly enter here, but I waited for a continuation. So this was my first validation. This was my second validation, wherein I entered at this order block, targeting the 5-minute fair value gap here. I was waiting for a small retracement, waiting for this leg, waiting for this leg to occur. So this was the retracement where I counter trend. This was the entry, and the entry was a counter trend entry wherein I made not much, but around, this was around 400 something. So yeah, so that was the plan yesterday. I mean, that was a clean breakdown what we did yesterday. Yeah, I'll see you in some time.